I'm Jonathan Knipp, second-year MA candidate at the Ohio University School of Film.
My name's Max Tohline, MA film student at Ohio University, and you're watching Real Time.
¿Cómo pudieron sobrevivir ustedes? ¿De qué se alimentaban? Bueno,
sobre ese tema. Sí.
A plane takes off from Montevideo in 1972 bound for Chile and carrying mostly 19-year-old members of a Uruguayan rugby team. The plane crashes in the Andes, and when the outside world gives up the search, they are stranded. Stranded is the name of the film, and this is the story of the ones who survived, in their own words. Well, it has some of the standard mood music that all these documentaries have. It has some of the standard slowed down, grainy, sort of pseudo reenactment footage. But I think what it adds to it, to very powerful effect, is, well, two things. One, a few very well chosen pieces of archive pictures and archive footage deployed at just the right moments in the film, and more impressively, interviews with the survivors of this incident conducted mostly at the site where the crash took place.
It's interesting to me too because they seem not reconciled. They seem happy to be there. They seem happy to be back. They realize that they were happy to be alive.
Yeah.
And this seems to be the act of going back, seems to be kind of getting back in touch with this idea of being happy to be alive. This isn't a film that concerns itself with the tragedy of what happened, although it addresses it. Mm-hmm. It focuses on what amounts to a daily decision
Yes.
that these guys had to stay alive.
And I think that the attention that the film pays to that kind of moment-to-moment survival makes it, moment-to-moment, a very intense and enveloping film.
Which is interesting too, because when, in a film like this, when you're watching interviews with survivors, they survived because there they are in front of you, and yet there still is a tremendous amount of tension. There still is a tremendous amount of relief, and the mind still boggles at how these guys found the fortitude and the ingenuity to find their way out of this circumstance.
This film is so positively human in explaining what happened, and in making this story, which is clearly a tragedy, also a triumph of the human spirit.
Exactly. One of the actions that this film spends a lot of time discussing. It focuses a lot of attention on the survivors' decision to cannibalize. It addresses the fact that it's a moral dilemma.
Yep.
That it's a moral dilemma that is folded neatly into that daily or hourly act of how are we going to survive, or should we survive?
I don't think it's rationalizing cannibalism, because
well, not necessarily as in like an alternative diet.
Well, right. Well, if you can't be vegan, you could be a cannibal. No, it's not that. It's not that at all. Mm-hmm. At one point, it's even likened to the act of taking Holy Communion.
Exactly.
Jesus' body and blood.
They said it was an intimate communion. And these people did a great service to us.
And the intimacy of it is something that's also very well painted in these interviews, where they describe, how do you get to cannibalism? It told this fantastic story, and it told it more completely and less sensationalistically than it has ever been told. It merely lets them tell you, and you bring those, whatever visuals you can conjure up yourself to that, and it's harrowing.
Yeah, and incredibly effective. Yeah.
It works. It absolutely works. And it's playing this week at the Athena.
Thank you very much. This has been Real Time.
All right, so Philip Seymour and Dustin get together and do that with the details. Scorsese.